Everyone, it's March week 2. This is Don from the community team. We've got a few new things to show off this week. First up will be Devin. Devin, take it away.
Hey, this is the Deephaven Community March Week 3 demo. I'm going to be starting off with a demo of our Python package tournament. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And I think that should do it. Are you guys able to see our staging blog here?
Yes.
Great. So what we've got here is we've got a single elimination bracket tournament where we have pitted different PyPy Python packages against each other to see what is the best Python package. And so this is a front end that Don has built out, and I've built the back end for. It was kind of a short week-long sprint to actually build this back end and front end in Deephaven. So this is all driven by dynamic Deephaven data in the back end. And what you can do is you can go ahead and click and you can start voting. You don't have to vote for all of them. You can change your vote and we're not going to double count you. So let's just run through this list and I'm just choosing randomly here. Um, let's do that. And so those are my votes right here. Um, Not too exciting just to vote. Looks like we can also peek at the results right here. There aren't going to be too many votes here. And it looks like 100% of the votes here because I'm the only one who's voted so far. But if other people were voting, for example, you should be able to see these dynamically change. So what I'm going to do is from a different IP address here, do another vote, and we should see this dynamically update. So this is Team 64. If somebody else votes for Team 64 in the round to 32, um, oops, there's round to 32, so it's Team 32, not 64. So there we go. Now it's 50-50. And let's say somebody else votes for Redis instead, and they do it, and now Redis is winning right there. So that's part of the real-time stuff. And we can also simulate right now, since it's um, a staging server, we can go ahead and simulate what it looks like to move on to the next round. So what we're going to do here is we're going to switch from round one to Sweet 16, even though the timestamps don't line up. Um, and we'll see that the data gets updated. So boom, there we go. Now we're in the Sweet 16 round. We can see the different percentages of the different packages, and we can start voting over here as well. And of course, we could apply the same thing and go into Elite Eight all the way into the finals. But when this is really up and live, it's going to be based off of these timestamps. These transitions are going to be automatic. And yeah, that's the Python package tournament. I will give you guys a quick look at the back end here and some of the tables we have to support this. So here I've hidden the IP address, but here are all the votes that we've received so far, the different team IDs, the different round of. Um, we're capturing user agent information. There is some other information that we could capture and display in an administrative dashboard. For example, if we wanted to create a blacklist and say people can't vote via curl, or if we wanted to limit based on IP addresses, there's a lot more we could do here. And then we've also got the match results here. And let's say that we're going and voting again here via the command line. We can see this um, table is going to be updated. Actually, we're in round of 16 now. 16. So here's some more votes coming into this table right here. We've got a lot of votes for Team 32 here. And you can see these other tables will be updated. And as we transition between rounds, we will mark the winners and the UI will be updated right here. So when we transition from round of 16 to round of 8, um, we get some new rows in this table and it starts over. Then we come back here and now we're in Elite Eight. Anyways, this blog should be live soon and hopefully we have the community voting for their favorite Python package. Thanks.
JJ, you want to take over?
Yep. With March Madness having started this week, I was kind of searching for the last week or two for um, a good. There we go. That's what I want. For a good use case for Deephaven with March Madness, and hopefully you guys can all see my screen and it's readable and everything. So I stumbled across a couple days ago this website, scoresandodds.com. They have live sports betting information related to a number of different sports. Most pertinent right now is NCAA basketball. If we look at the URL up here, it just is the sport followed by the date. So this makes basically I feed it, or you can feed it a URL based off of a date, which in this case I'm using today's date. And then I will pull the HTML and parse it to gain all the information that we care about on here. What we have is the current score of a game if it's happening. We have over-under, we have odds, we have lines, and we have money lines. And what's kind of interesting about this is sometimes the data is written a little bit differently. For instance, there was a game postponed today. If we come down here, we can see the game between Youngstown State and Wofford was postponed. So when I run this script, I will create a table that will update once every 15 seconds with the latest sports betting data. I'm going to move this up here because it writes a lot of data. But I currently have it running, writing once every 15 seconds 100 times. So this will write for 25 minutes. And so we can see this is updating. I can do a last buy on this table to see the most recent information. And if any of these teams that are playing right now happen to score a basket, we'll actually see it update in this table. So as I mentioned before, we have over-under, we have spreads, we have lines and money lines. And so these things will change over time. They don't change particularly fast. I set the 15 seconds because that's about the fastest I saw them ever change. But regardless, I think it's pretty neat. I'm not into sports betting myself. However, I do have some friends that would probably be interested in something like this. So that's most of it. This is now available in a Deephaven examples repository. And I, again, found Scores and Odds only a couple days ago. So I'm hoping over the course of the next, week or two to kind of prune this out and make it look nice and also make it work for other sports as well. So that's about it.
All right, that's it for this week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.